Back in the 80s and the early 90s, TV shows about narcotics cops were all the rage. And at the top of the narcotics bad guy list were the cartel. And for very good reason. Some of the true stories that you've heard of the cartel are as gut-wrenching as they are awe-inspiring. Multi-billion-dollar business deals, brutal personnel management, and the privileged lifestyle that few could even imagine. Cartel Tycoon does an excellent job of capturing the essence of all of that, with its vibrant cartoon-style imagery, authentic voice acting, and its hardcore, complex, hands-on management style that is required to succeed in this title. Right, okay, so we've got the current prices for heroin, cocaine. With its latest patch update Sacred Lamb, developers Moon Moose hope to smooth out some of the early access bugs and gameplay issues that cause some players endless frustration, whilst including additional free content and quality of life improvements across the board. And whilst the game has improved considerably since I last played it, I have noticed that some of the original issues do still exist. We are right in the middle of everything. We are surrounded by enemies. Oh, this is going to be tough. Undoubtedly, the vast majority of players will really enjoy this incredibly Moorish micromanagement title once they have made it through the rather awkward learning curve that has to be endured first, and I include myself in that number. All of the individual components of this interwoven multifarious title make it incredibly addictive. As you fight against other cartels across the map for control of the cities and export locations, you'll also need to balance your expansion and cartel strength with profit, loyalty, and at the same time staying under the police and army radar. It really is a wonderfully challenging and rewarding experience. Right, so they're all quite chilled out. This guy could do some killing, some researching. Access to warehouse and farm level 2. Okay, that's worth having. Can I get him as well? There are so many products and ways that you can export your products, legal or illegal, and should you choose the illegal route, which is probably what you're going to do, then there are also so many formats to allow you to disguise their existence. If you can get past that learning curve, then you will absolutely become immersed in the entire process to the point where you will happily fight on, kicking and screaming when it's already abundantly clear that your cartel is done and dusted. This immersive experience is further compounded by the fact that the cartel, unlike a rattlesnake, does not actually die if you cut its head off. Instead, it will elect and promote a new head to take over proceedings. I would be lying if I didn't say that when that happens to you, cold revenge is often the first dish of the day. We lost both of those guys. Oh no. Okay, so we're not dead. That was a really stupid mistake though. Yes, indeed, you can promote, hire, kill, and upgrade all of your staff to help you out and really improve the ability that you have to ship this stuff around under the nose of the local police. And whilst the majority of the game is absolutely streamlined, professional, and wonderfully rich, there are those few frustrating traits which I mentioned way back in my first look review that have unfortunately survived. We'll take over their entire operation. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Fundamentally, I'm talking about buildings which do fall within the circle range of a warehouse, but are not always collected. In addition to that, temporarily halting the production on a farm which has hit its maximum storage limit in order to clear it out and start again actually locks down and blocks the ability to gather any resources from it at all. It seems completely counterproductive. There's also a lot, and I do mean a lot, of unnecessary and constantly repeated text for you to read, because outside of the story campaign, which mostly has voice actors, you will just end up skipping a lot of that context. Terror level's going to go through the roof, but at the end of it, we should own all of this stuff. Some bugs do still exist as well. Every building must be connected by road, and sometimes, just sometimes, the road exists and is connected but for some reason has not been recognised by the game and a second road will need to be added. This is further compounded by the fact that more really could be done to highlight precisely what the issue is, and despite what I consider to be a truly excellent UI design, there is definitely some room for some improvements here to help convey those issues to the user in a better way. That being said, Cartel Tycoon is truly unique, truly exceptional fun, and for those looking for a challenge, this is going to tick a solid 8.5 out of 10. Remove the issues that I've mentioned here in this review, and you're going to be careering towards a 9. It really is that good, and if they continue to add content, then we could even see this pushing further closer towards a 10 out of 10. Having said that, there is one thing that is missing here that seems to have been removed for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but multiplayer no longer seems to be on the cards. Now, it was never actually activated, so maybe they've just decided that it's not going to be in the game. Maybe it's coming later, I don't know. But I have to say, that would be quite an experience.